felt so good to say it last night, let's say it again today. Blue Jays win 4-3 over the Texas Rangers in the second game of a 3-game set. This game had trap game written all over it. An afternoon game coming off the emotional high of a big opening night comeback. I don't think a lot of people would have been surprised if they came out a little flat for this one. Instead, they came out sharp and businesslike, turning in a neat and tidy winning effort. So let's get into it. Kevin Gausman getting his first start of the season and his first start as a Blue Jay, giving the home crowd faithful a chance to see what our new Robbie Ray replacement looks like. He does not look like Robbie Ray. I mean, his tight pants over replacement player value is like half of what you expect from Robbie. R.I.P. tight pants. I was about to say we didn't know what we had when we had it, but yeah, we knew what we had when we had it. That was spectacular. I'm gonna miss that. But Kevin Gausman's pretty good too, I guess. With the flow he's got going on, he's gonna fit right into this team, I think. Anyway, he gets the job done in the first inning, working around a couple of early singles, and then the offense gets right to work. George gets his first hit of the season, a single, followed by yet another Bo Bichette single, and then my favorite thing in the world right now, another RBI single to right field by Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I could seriously watch it all day, you guys. It's a thing of beauty. They get another run on a Lourdes Gurriel fielder's choice, a play not made at third base. And yeah, I was really worried about a trap game here. I really thought the Jays were going to come out and be a little bit flat, but no, far from it. At the end of one, we're up 2-0. Things stay that way until we get to the third inning when Gausman runs into his first bit of real trouble. And it's the kind of trouble where you don't even really mind it that much because it's mostly a lot of soft contact, like a ball lightly lofted out of the infield or a ground ball that finds a hole. Even Semion's double, which was the big hit of the inning, was more well-placed than hard hit. Anyway, regardless of how it happens, at the end of the inning, Texas has a 3-2 lead. So the offense needs to get back to work. And by the offense needing to get to work, I mean Bo Bichette needs to exist. In the fifth inning, getting his third look at Texas starter Dane Dunning, Bo absolutely unloads at a curveball that does not break enough. And it was a classic Bo home run too, where he puts his entire body and soul and key into it. The ball goes so much further than you think a guy of his size could possibly hit it, but I mean, at this point, we're pretty used to that. Just like that, the game is tied. Gausman lasts through the fifth inning and then gets replaced by Trevor Richards at the top of the sixth. Gausman threw 80 pitches, and from what we've heard, Charlie's keeping the rotation on around a 90-pitch limit to start the season, which is probably smart. It's been mentioned a lot, it's been mentioned by me a lot, but none of the starters are as stretched out as they normally would be if they'd had a regular length spring training. Considering that, Gausman's control was pretty good. He didn't get to the top of the zone with his fastball the way he wants to, in a way that makes his split-finger fastball all the more devastating. It wasn't his best, but it was pretty good. He got through 5 innings and left in a tied 3-3 game. Then, bottom of the sixth, Alejandro Kirk gets a nice opposite field single. A lot of that going around. A fielder's choice replaces Kirk at first with the slightly faster Raimel Tapia. And that was important because the next hitter was Santiago, I'm gonna say it, Yespinal. I thought it might have been a replay at first, but no, it's another hard hit, absolutely stung double to the left field gap. Splits the defenders and brings the runner home all the way from first base. The first clue that it wasn't a replay was it was Raimel Tapia rounding third base instead of Danny Jansen, but the effect was the same. Santiago Espinal popping them guns, lining an RBI double to give the Blue Jays the lead late in the game. One of my big predictions for this year, I was going to put it in my opening video, but I think I ended up cutting it. Anyway, I'm going to say it right now. By the end of April, I predict that Santiago Espinal will be the Blue Jays' everyday starting second baseman. No disrespect, Kevin, but right now you have a hard time hitting a thrown baseball. It's a mildly important skill in this sport. Espinal, on the other hand, in addition to being really good, really sure-handed, excellent defender, a skill set that plays up at second base, he's great there. And if he's got this clutch hitting that he has from last year with a little bit more pop, yeah, that's a dangerous and valuable player. We're going to want him in the lineup every single day. And then the game just kind of moved along. Texas never really mounted much of a threat the rest of the way. The bullpen looked excellent today. Jimmy Garcia with a repeat performance of yesterday, Tim Meza and Trevor Richards making their first appearances and looking just fine, looking like themselves, and Jordan Romano locking it down in a much less emphatic fashion than last night, pitching to contact, getting that contact, letting the fielders do their thing. No fuss, no muss, and the Blue Jays win in a very businesslike and orderly 4-3 fashion. These kind of wins are almost like kind of refreshing. The idea that you can win and not really stress about it, not really worried if your team's going to do it. You're kind of like, yeah, this looks like a team that's going to win. And having this kind of strong bullpen, the kind of bullpen that we absolutely did not have for most of the first half last year, Yeah, that feels pretty good. As day games go, this one was pretty neat and tidy, so I guess that's all I have to say about this video. It was a nice win. Feels good, man. Let's get it tomorrow. Let's go for that sweep. If you like this video, like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I'll be back with you tomorrow. We'll talk about the Blue Jays going for that opening series sweep. Ooh, that'd be pretty nice. And remember, this is all in advance of the first major series of the season, a 4-gamer in the Bronx, like immediately after this series is over. So no, don't get ahead of yourself. You got a game tomorrow. Focus on that. We'll see you there.